Well, here we are. It's February 15th, and the project is finished now. Just thought we might take you through everything that we've done. And we want to look first at the one thing that didn't seem to work out so well. This is the lint alert. And the lint alert does not seem to want to work. We've reset it several times. And what we've got is we've got a tube that hooks up directly to the ductwork for the dryer. It has no restrictions, but we can't seem to get the unit itself to function properly. We've tried several times and done the factory reset on it and everything. So sometimes the product's a great idea, and occasionally they still don't work. That was the one thing. Our dryer's all cleaned out. There's no lint in the line at all. That's taken care of. We got our new washer hoses installed back here. So that's all taken care of as well. And then if we want to go down the hall, we've got, we just had an outlet here that was loose, and basically all it needed was some tightening. We had to just pull the whole outlet out and reset the box. Where they originally set the box, it was set for drywall, it wasn't set for this material, and so it was a little bit loose in there, and then on top of that it was kind of set back a little bit further, so the outlet, you couldn't ever set it back against the box like it's supposed to be. Now it's all in there good, so that's a good thing. The next item was over here in Cassie's bathroom. We had a discussion that was not hooked up properly on the toilet supply, and we've got that in there now. It looks a whole lot better and will function a whole lot better. And then over here in the bedroom, we took care of putting on a new door sweep. We've got a new door sweep on here now. And this has all of its rubber fins on the bottom as well. Now this door seals nice. And that's pretty much it on the second floor. We'll go down to the first floor and take a look at what's down there. Alright, here we are in the master bath. There's been some changes made here. We're just going to go through them all. As you can see, everything is done. Everything's finished completely. We've got our shower door on here, and this is an opaque frosted glass shower door. This is called a semi-frameless, and that means basically that the door and the side glass does not have a frame, but there is a frame that holds everything rigid at the top, and that's a semi-frameless for you. Just to kind of look at the finish of this, what we've got here is this is that snowy white handstone, and this is a really nice product. Goes really well with the subway tile, and you can see all the subway tiles finished. And then looking at this mosaic tile, this tile was all pre-sealed by the tile installer, and then it was installed in here afterward. The thing about natural stone is if you don't seal it, it'll discolor. All kinds of things can happen to it. You drop something on it that's got a dye or something in it, and it'll end up in here permanently, unless you can get a really good pumice or something like that. But typically, if you don't seal it, it needs to be sealed before you install it. And not sure if you knew that or not. All plumbing fixtures are installed and ready for use. Everything's all set to go here. Just need somebody to go in there and take a shower. Over here at the tub, this does have to be changed out. This will be changed out tomorrow, and he just has to pop this off the wall, and he's going to put, again, some more of this sealed material, which we have some extra material downstairs. This was a kind of a faux pas. The designer picked that out, and just doesn't really fit with the style of the natural stone and the subway tile. So I wanted to show you a couple details on here. Obviously, the original tile that was on here was about 10 inches tall, and it did not encompass the valve. However, you've got wet hands or something, you're going up here, you're turning this off. You really don't want this valve and trim sitting on the drywall, because it always take an opportunity of something going down behind here. And you want to try to avoid that as much as possible. So what we've done here is we raised the height of the surround to encompass not just the spout, but the valve as well. And then as we go down here, we look down here. This is an interesting little detail. This tile guy, he just doesn't like to see this mosaic tile come around the corner. So what he does is he insets his flat cap just a little bit, just to catch the profile of that tub, which is a nice little detail. And then we've got the baseboard down there at the bottom. The baseboard is sealed and actually has no nails in it. It's all just glued, completely glued in there. It's all sealed, and the floor is sealed behind it. And that way we won't ever have any water issues or anything like that. And you'll never see the possibility of any rusty nail heads poking through. We've done the same thing on this side, and you can see he's done the same detail here with his flat cap where it comes down. And that is the tub area. All of the walls have been repainted here, all corner to corner. And in fact, we did the entire bathroom. The shade was slightly different, the new paint to the old paint. That's probably just because of sun and just the UV, things like that. And then we've got the ceiling's been redone in here. So the ceiling's nice and white again. And some of the trim even had to be redone because of its proximity to all the work that we were doing. The next item is down here on the floor. It's kind of hard to see. But what we got is we have this kick space heater. And if you look really closely, the kick space heater just really kind of looks like the vent. So we removed all of the kick space on here. The electrician came in. He found a home run line to tie into. This thing doesn't draw that much amperage, even though it's a heat source. So he was able to tie that in. And then it's hooked to a thermostat over here. And basically you just put this thermostat into the comfort zone, and that's somewhere between 65 and 75. And this comes on, and this is now pushing out hot air out from the kick space. So now you really have kind of two warm air sources here at the bottom. The big problem is a lot of times especially in our climate, you'll come in, the AC's on in the house, and so now the AC is blowing cold air. Well, this will, you wake up in the morning, I don't care if it's 85 outside, a lot of times the tile is still cold. So this will help to heat up the tile. You turn this on a few minutes before you come in, and it'll stay long enough, stay on long enough to get this room warmed up. And this is, if there's a room that you want to be warm, it would be your bathroom. So this kick space here will do a great job of that. This grown unit got very high marks. That's why we chose it. And I think it'll take care of exactly what you want it to do. It's got some nice warm air coming out here. And that is the master bath. All right, here we are in the main living room, dining room, kitchen area. Over in the powder room, we replaced the flapper. We weren't quite sure what was causing that toilet to come on every 20 minutes or so, but the flapper's replaced. We've listened to it. Everything seems to be fine with it now. We had the plumber kind of give it a once-over and look at the guts of the inside the tank, and he feels that everything else is in there is fine. There's no leaks or anything like that. And then if you want to look in the kitchen here, the next item was the under cabinet lighting, and you can see now we've got a consistent amount of light all the way under here. We added the two cabinet lights in here, and we removed all this caulking, all this original caulking that was here, probably from when the house was built. We took it all out of here and put in new caulking everywhere. This was only just caulked up to here. This is where the cutout was done for the stove. And then we also did over here and up this side. So, and then this caulking over here originally was just silicone, and we left that silicone right alone, because that seemed to be in a decent shape. That was it in the kitchen. And then over here, you see we've been crossing off the items off the list here. We got all the Pella window supplies, the touch-up paint. Hopefully you never got to use that, but And then these are the window handles, the grab handles, which are just good to have if you want to give them out or use them as paperweights or something like that. This is the window all finished. You can see these transoms look like this transom. But these transoms over here obviously are, you know, the old MW style transom where basically it's a piece of insulated glass and then they just put a stop around it on the inside. So it looks like a bigger piece of glass, but it's not. It's the exact same size as far as the opening goes. Now these windows here, they're not in terrible shape, but my guess is they will probably end up kind of having the same fate. The weather stripping down here is flattened out, and you can feel that when you put the window down. There's no cushion anymore, and the window is, you know, it's just aged, and its parts are kind of old. So I don't know how long this window will last, but we'll just keep an eye on these sashes. I would say that probably this side of the house doesn't receive the worst weather because you do have kind of a weather break having this other house about 15 feet from this one. So I would think, other than cosmetically, that we're probably not going to see a whole lot of weather on this window itself. However, these little strings are like a Rubik's Cube. There we go, look at that. I could do a Rubik's Cube too. There we go, alright. Hoist the mainsail. Strike the jib. Okay, that's enough of that. Now we're going to go outside.